Hey everyone, Sifu Ed here with a quick tip on how to make your punches better and stronger so that way when you get back to hitting people, you're gonna hit them harder. Okay, so I want to talk real quick about hitting people. I really enjoy it. Now, because when I was younger I was electrically shocked. I lost some fingers, and it's a long story, maybe for another video. But when I got into martial arts, I thought I'd be a kicking guy. I thought I'd love kicking. Turns out kicking is really hard and takes a lot of cardio. It's much easier to just put your dukes up and bang, wow. But you guys might know, not everyone is born with knockout power, right? Not everyone can just go bink and knock people out. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not the biggest guy in the world. Like 5'8", but I got some weight behind me. One of those ways to develop that power is to borrow from Wing Chun a certain principle that is kind of obvious, but I want to talk about it nonetheless. The concept is called Centerline. Now, everyone's like, oh, I know what a Centerline is, Ed. Come on, what are you doing here? I don't know what that voice is. You have two kinds of different lines. You have a center line and a mother line. The mother line is if a nail was poking out of my head and connected me to my partner, my opponent, my combatant, my whomever the hell I'm fighting. That's going to connect me there. If I have a nail sticking out of my chest, however, that is my center line. And I always talk about defending your center line with your hands in the right spot to protect, all the money bits. Here's the deal. The mother line stays put, right? That's not going to move so much. However, your center line should move. When you're dancing around with your partner, you should move it. Now, here's where it gets transferred into our punching power. You watch some punchers that are just naturally gifted. Then sometimes this rule does not apply. However, you're going to look at certain people even like Mike Tyson, who was absolutely devastating. I want you to think about how he moves, right? His hands are in that peekaboo style, and he's here. But when he throws punches, his center line moves, and it creates a whipping motion. So when I'm just regular punching, and that's not a very good English sense, but when I'm just punching with my arms, my center line doesn't move a whole lot, but it still moves a little bit. And it's just arm punches, right? You can go fast with your arm punches. However, there's no power there. Sometimes you can surprise somebody with bop, 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 and you're like, ha-ha. But let me kind of demonstrate the difference in power. If I go bink, 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 bink versus bink, bink, boom, boom, like that, you can see the power. But one thing I want you to notice is how my center line is moving. Bink, 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 bink. My center line is dancing all over the place. So we're going to use that Wing Chun principle. It's probably in boxing and in other martial arts as well, but I just heard it defined through that methodology. Is center line. So when I throw a standard 4 combination for our school, for our sake, it's jab, cross, hook, and cross. Notice how each one of those punches, my center line changes, even on the jab. Some people think the jab is just an arm punch, and that's true, also not true. You can make that jab a power hit, or put more power or more oomph. That's the official term. More oomph behind your jab. And the way we do that is by rotating out just a little bit. Joe Bruce in Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee, Jun Fan Kung Fu, whatever you want to call it, he talks about that straight lead, boom, here, where he does the vertical fist. Look, my center line's pointing 90 degrees from here, right? The famous picture of him, boom, like that. That's cool, you could do that. That's not necessarily the most combo-friendly punch, however. Because I'm going, my left hand is coming now from outer space. So instead of doing that, we're going to keep our good boxing stance here. And when I throw my jab cross, bink, my center line is pointing at a 45, and then boom! Now it's pointing 90 degrees the other way, 45 on this angle. You notice that? So I'm here, bink, 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 like that. And it's fully rotating 90 degrees. That creates that whip-like motion that, boom, you can hit here. Now watch. I'm going to throw my hook. Boom! That almost traveled, what is that, 90 plus 135 degrees? Math's not my strong suit. One thing to note is the angles. So if this is angle 0 and this is angle 180, when I'm starting here, mine's about 80, 75 to 80. I'll throw my jab, boom, it's at 45. Okay, I throw my cross, boom, it's at 135 over here. I throw my hook, shoot, it's at 0. I throw my cross again, boom, back at 135. So we're here, watch again. Makes sense? I hope it does. So from here to here, that's 135-degree centerline rotation. Now notice I stop my punch here because again, if I pull all the way through, it's not the most friendly to throw my next hand. It'd be beep, boom, like that. So I want to make sure you're moving your centerline accordingly. Again, if I throw my jab, my centerline opens slightly, cross, now it's pointing over there, hook, now it's pointing there, cross, back over there. So if I'm here, makes sense? So you gotta make sure you're moving your center line or this is for naught. Another thing to note is your feet when you're throwing your punches and moving your center line. When I throw my jab, if I'm flat-footed, I don't develop a good whip, right? Your punch comes from the ground. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually pushing with my foot, my rear foot in this case, to boom, to turn my hip, which in turn turns my torso, which turns the center line. Boom, like that. Now I just relax the arm, boom, like that. Boom, like that. Now, obviously your hand would be here monitoring your center line. It'd be here and go, boom. Now when I throw my hook, the same thing happens. But my foot transfer goes to my lead foot here, boom, and that one uses that. Then it goes back to the rear, boom, like that. So you want to be like super, I don't know, light is the wrong word, super good on your feet, right? So you're here, like that, right? If I just go, I can still generate some power, but it's not as snappy or whip-like as I hope that helps you generate more power in your punches. Be light on your feet, be in a good athletic base stance, but use your hips to move the center line and you'll be golden. Let me know how you feel after trying that out. Put it in the comments after you're doing it and let me know if it works out for you. That being said, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so that way you don't miss a video from this handsomely sunburned face, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Party on!